I think. So yeah, the push is gonna be basically if we are able to, if the flank squad's able to take the what is it, A or C? Can someone tell me? What is this south one?
South
That's
is C.
It should be
C.
C.
Okay. Okay. So if flank can take C, we're gonna rotate to B, and at that time, the main army, which is on A, should be pushing hard and putting pressure onto A also, so that they have to split. And if they split too many to come cover us on C or B, you guys have to push hard onto the point and take that point as well. So hopefully it works out that we take C and it splits them and you guys are able to take A, or they stay on A with the main army and we're able to push hard and take B as well.
Hey, I got a question real quick. Not to throw the whole vibe off, but you got 2 healers in group 2, so they're gonna be fighting each other the whole time. I don't know if you want to move one of them or if there's a spot that doesn't have one, but
Pretty sure there's 11 healers in the right
Yeah.
now, so they're not gonna be fighting.
so
They'll just be overhealed. It's not fighting for heals. No one gives a shit about the leaderboards.
No, I'm saying like
It refreshes. It doesn't cancel. No one gives a shit.
No, like if you have 300 focus and you have a heal down, and then somebody throws one down with 200, that 200's overriding the 300, and you're getting 200 focus heals if they're in the same group.
You have 2 minutes if you want to coordinate to make sure you have different types of heals as well to optimize multi-style healers. 2 minutes food buff.
Does have
I'm not sure what to do unless we have to kick a healer. That's the only option.
I mean, yeah, there's no time. Just let it ride, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. I was just letting you know.
We can move a healer out of the flank group and add another like actual DPS into the flank group.
Yeah, that's probably going to be your best bet. If I were you, I'd pull Dopamine and replace him with Necropolis or Krispy Kreme if you have it. Krispy Kreme's a great fucking melee.
Alright, let's put Dopamine in here. Dope. Alright. Guys.
Good luck, everyone.
How much time we got left? 1 minute. Yeah, make sure you guys have your food buffs. If you have honing stones.
If any of you melees have like a bow or something as your secondary, feel free to help us taking down the siege in the beginning too.
Someone is DCD'd in one of the groups.
Rip.
Are we able to pull someone in right now?
Johnny Woods' group. Somebody DCD'd. That's group 6.
Where I'm looking at the chart, I don't see anyone DC'd. They all say online.
That's what he's saying.
Who is it, Johnny? Add my fire, necro, LSD.
It happened when you switched Dopamine and Crispy. I bet you anything, it probably glitched the group.
15 seconds.
Probably weapons away after you've already used your honing stone or whatever.
It's too late. I don't know what's going on.
It's probably not. It's probably just broke it. It's when you switch Dopamine and Krispy Kreme. That's
weapons
probably what
away to
happened.
get out. Weapons away to get out.
All right, flank squad. You know, like hold on, come back in. I don't know if they're gonna push up to see if they can see us in here, but if you guys can come up close to the door here.
Yeah.
All right.
There might be
let us know when we're
maybe
gonna push.
10 over at C. They're still sitting there.
We are starting to.
They are going over to C.
Yeah,
Definitely.
there's probably about 10. We should be able to clear.
All right, range. I want us to focus. That's ballista in the middle first.
Right.
Ballista in the middle. They have nobody. They're starting to get on their.
Hey,
siege.
we got
They're starting
10-15 in our back line. Hey, we got 10-15 in our back line.
I think we.
Arthas, let's go.
Yep, they flanked us.
Flank screw, let's push
we're
now.
good.
Push now.
Clear out our
Over
back
them on fire traps in their back line.
Alexa,
Our entire back line is getting attacked. If you're on A,
Main
turn
army.
around.
Main army, we need help on the back line.
range, still focusing their siege, that middle ballista down first.
They have a lot of healers on their seat.
I'm way in the back. I don't have any calls for A.
Push hard at A. You guys are starting to take it. We're gonna fight this off at C.
Keep focusing their siege. What do we? I can't see the hells of any of them where I am yet.
They have too many healers at C.
They've rotated a lot over. Keep pushing hard on A.
The backline's still getting fucked up today.
Where's my range on this ballista in the middle? We gotta help get this siege down, guys, because if it's still firing on our group in the middle, we're not gonna get anything on this point A. We gotta take their siege down. There's a repeater on the left-hand side we gotta do after. It feels like I'm the only person shooting this siege right now. We should have 5 people shooting this with range.
They outnumber us on C right now.
Alright, we wiped the back line. We can move up a little bit.
Alright, I think they're pushing us off at C. I think we need to back off. What do you
Kill
guys
these
think?
guys that are overextended on A. Kill these guys that are overextended on A. They're pushing up at a bad time. Take advantage of this.
Do you guys want to go B, flank squad? There's nobody on B.
I mean, we can for sure. We can definitely push over to B.
Regroup and push it fast if we're gonna do that.
Yeah, I say we're gonna have to do it now. Flank
Yeah,
squad, if
push.
you're respawning, push B. We have people on B as well. We have maybe 5.
Good shit at A. Keep it up.
They're starting to repair now. They're gonna run out of repair parts. We gotta keep focusing their siege.
They're rotating from C to B right now. They're rotating a lot.
Your guys' call, but we might be able to push flag on A now.
We have a lot on our team here. I'd say at least 25, 20.
Yeah, it looks like you guys have numbers. We're coming up to help. Siege team.
Holy fuck.
We got a lot
They
of
don't
them
have
down on B right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of their people on their siege.
Try to
right
fight
now,
on
so.
the point on B.
We're
Same
taking
with A.
A, push through
Same
it,
with
push
A.
through it. Get into their back line, push through on A, push them off it, through it. Make them scared. Oh, they're hitting our back line on A, careful, reflex, reflex.
Alright, they're losing B now. And losing A. Keep bodies on point.
Protect your
starting-
healers.
They're rotating off to C right now.
Yeah, a couple are going from the back line to C. They're not on their siege right now, still focusing it though.
Big AoE on point, they're dying A. A.
Yeah, we're outnumbered on B.
Alright, we've also start getting ready to rotate to help B.
Rotate to B, rotate to B.
Good shit, A team.
Siege, we got
Good
siege
shit,
team
guys.
4, we gotta get that siege down at B to help them. Whoever's on, if they're on a siege, start targeting it. Call it out if you see it.
Yeah, they pushed us off of B. They pushed flank off B.
We're about to fuck them at B.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of people just on the walls. Siege, if they're not on the siege themselves, focus the people on the walls. Ballista dead middle, siege team. Ballista dead middle. Focus that in the middle. They hopped off it. Repeater left hand side. Someone on the repeater. Hit him with the repeater till he's off it.
Hey, flank crew, when you regroup, go out the back and let's head over to C. There's nobody at C right now. We might be able to clear that.
That's a good point. Head around enemy fort. Kill I'm on your
Job
six.
on the siege. They're just trying to repair it. They're just trying to repair through it.
We have people rotating over to C now.
Yeah.
Main army, keep strong on B. Keep strong on B. Take down their siege units. Do the same thing. We're distracting them and pulling them to C, so that you guys on B can try to push hard again.
They're not really using the siege right now.
No, but they're gonna want to as soon as we push up and are on their wall. So we're trying to get on them.
Just calling it up.
Yeah, they're not using it right now.
Their backline's dying.
They need people on the points is the problem. Is why. And we're
Their
just
flank is
shooting the
flank
team on
people that get on it.
Flank team on C. Make sure we're getting the healers and mages in the back. Focus those guys in the back too.
Good job on B, guys. Couple guys in the back line that aren't as laggy if you want to take them out on B.
Yeah, shooting the unlaggy guys in the back. Oh, we're getting flanked on this side. From the right. From the right side, Mr. Fruits gang.
I think it's just.
They have half their army here on C right now. I think we should go. I think we should back off again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, keep pushing hard on B. Let's try to disrupt them from rotating over as well.
A lot of them just rotated back to B.
They got some guys in the left guns at B. Watch it. Cannon's hitting the point.
Flank team, we can go behind them. We need to go behind them and get in their back lines right now. If you're a flank team, group 1 through 3, get in their back lines and kill their healers and mages.
All right, I'm dropping one fire exploder thinger for us at B.
We need more people, more flankers in the back squad right now. Back lines. Everyone rush back here. Sandwich them. Keep pushing hard on the point, guys.
We could use some help on the back line at B. We have a lot of guys on our back line. I think we maybe should push up the flag a little bit and clear these guys out. Good job, we can push up a little bit. There's guys in the guns at B we need to take out still. I don't know if that siege group's still killing guns.
We're coming back. We kind of just got amped up a little bit in the back line. Siege units take out whatever's on those gunners, that repeater.
Guys, stay strong on their back lines too, keeping their healers and mages out.
That repeater's on the left side of the door that's on our team.
It's getting fucked up again.
They're in our back line. Clear them out.
Help in the back line. Help in the back line. Help in the back line.
Grouping them up. Flux. Burn them up. Burn them up. They're dying. Great clear. Keep going.
Alright, they're not focusing their siege. Team 4, the next time you guys are back, I want you guys to buy a cannon.
Main group push through on the left side. They've got weak casters over here.
There's a ballista on the left side, ranged team. Ballista left side of the door, ranged. Halfway. Get that ballista down. It's so very close, very close. Good job, great job. There's one siege left at B, dead middle. Get that down. Get the last siege down middle. Then we can take B.
As they're finishing up the last siege, it'd be a good time to push up onto the point.
They're not even on this last bit of siege, but it's going down. Yeah, we gotta focus their back line. We gotta get some people in back on their healers.
Yes.
If you are in their back line, find someone that has a life staff, and even if you're just chasing them around and they're not doing something, stop them from healing everyone. Good job, range. Siege is almost down. Okay, range team, I want you to flank. I want you to come to the left-hand side if you can so we can get a better shot in their back line. Run towards C so we can get a better advantage point on their back line.
They flank squad. 5 fire traps and put them in their back.
Alright, range team, get in position to be able to fire into their back line from C.
Chris Mario Pratt's a healer.
I see a few of them running from B. I see them running from B. They're coming to help this flank, our flank squad. We've got them pushing off of B. We gotta start pushing up, start pushing up. Range team, help our flank squad here. Shoot this idiot off the rocks. And they've got a range team supporting you guys, their team too on the right. Alright, siege team, since we've got their siege down in B, if you've got a cannon, I want it to put down right behind B. Start firing on the flag.
They're in our
We need
back
help.
line.
We need a help with the group. The siege job is done, now we gotta help with the pile of people. Are we still split and trying to get C at all?
That might be what the flank squad needs to go ahead and try to make a move for. Alright, flank squad, try to disengage. Let's go make a push on C.
Play squad, I would say buy Inferno traps. I would say pull off, buy some Inferno traps if you need to. And we're gonna rotate over to the left side. Try to set up a bunch of traps to stop them from rotating. And then we're gonna try to. So how is Siege doing on their walls right now, Stomp?
They're down on B.
Okay.
We need cannons now. There's nothing left for us to get.
All right. Everyone push to C. Let's get some fire traps down. And then be ready to push hard onto B again.
Yeah, they're in our back line on the siege now in B. Their like team that's coming to get the back line is really strong. We may need some people to come back and just like sit back here and babysit them.
They all have waited.
Yeah, we've got like nothing on B right now.
It's a heavy push on C, try to get these enemy bodies off of C.
You still getting like lots of people in your back lines right now in siege?
Yeah, every time we put down siege backline, they all just collapse on and take it out. So. We're kind of burning tokens on it. We need more fire traps to if we're gonna take one of the points. Like if the flank team is gonna do, we need like a full like 10 of them down on points to be able to. Because right now we're kind of just throwing spaghetti at each other right now, and they're kind of coming out on top. So we have to make an adjustment of some kind, and we have to like use a bunch of tokens to do it because that's how we're gonna get a big spike of something.
Enemy team just moved off of C back toward B.
They just pushed us off of C.
Alright, they hit us off of C.
Yep.
Let's think about this.
Your flank team, like you guys try to like regroup. Everybody grab like a haste potion. If you guys can afford a haste potion and a fire trap, like come with us to B, and then just everyone haste potion to C at the last second, and then just put fire traps down there and get ready for that fight.
I think we need to do need to do another coordinated effort where either we push to C and then the whole army like rotates over or something, or we somehow can get behind their back lines in B. But like every time we're going back there, not much is getting accomplished. I feel like. I mean,
yeah, like they're getting to our back line quite a bit too. So like, we need to make a.
Yeah, they've got us pushed almost
now.
to the fort right now. Alright, Ross is already over at C. Flank group, meet up on south side gate. Let's go.
Yeah, like I'm just getting messed up here in the back. Like they've got axes and hammer guys that are just jumping into our back line.
Alright, flank group, assuming everybody's up, let's go ahead and haste into C.
we need to. I think we need to push them back off of our siege team right now. They are.
There's only one body on C at the moment. Alright, they got a bunch rotating over. Try to kill them as they get in.
Yeah, we need more help in our back line for sure.
They're burning us so fast here to see.
We're all running hammers and do stuff.
Collapsing at B right now.
We need to regroup.
Their siege is doing some work on us too, I see.
Alright, we gotta extend group 4. Group 4, rotate over to C. We gotta help get down the rest of that siege on that side. We took care of it all in B, but...
I think we're in a regroup stage, guys.
Yeah, we have 10 minutes still. We gotta probably do something at this point now, or else...
We need to replenish our numbers. We need to have a little bit of zone defense to protect our back line when they're trying to come in on us. And we need to flank from the outsides and crush their back line. They have a lot of exposed ranged on the sides, on their flanks, that we can easily collapse onto. We don't push through them in the middle at this point. We need to flank around and squeeze their force. That's what they're doing to us. We need to squeeze them back.
So, I think we're gonna have to go out one of these side gates. If we're gonna push to, let's make a push to C. Let's do a big push on. No. B doesn't have any siege units set up, right?
Yes, they have nothing else.
So why don't we do? We'll do flank push. Let's do the same thing we did. Full army's gonna go out the north gate. Flank squad's gonna go out the south gate, and then full army is going to rush to B again, and flank is gonna rush past C to behind them on B. And we're just gonna have to try to sandwich them.
Let them fight us here and don't go out of the fort when you respawn. Just come and stay inside the fort.
So flank squad's gonna go out. Well, we need to. Yeah, I hate when this shit happens. It's actually never happened to me before where we're like being pushed inside the base.
We should, I mean, honestly, we should probably have like everybody come out of this side door here.
The north gate?
Yeah, the one that we all came out of at first. And then we should loop like all the way around, because all of their siege is gone completely from their tower. They're on the right side and the left, so.
They're starting to rotate over to the north gate.
Okay, I mean we're actually taking some people out over here, so.
All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
Wrapping around.
Backline.
Focus their backline here. Go for their healers. Go for their healers here. Don't fight people with hammers. Try to wrap and get around them using our position here so they can't backline us. Like try to get to their backline on a rotation here. Flank team, are you coming from that other side now?
Jesus Christ. We're getting longer.
They finally decided to show up for a war. It looks like. I don't know what's going. I don't know. I'm not sure of the call. Killdrake, you got anything in your playbook?
I mean, we gotta get in their backline. Like I'm not seeing us doing it.
Their melee is doing a really good job of sticking together and just like re-shotting people right now. It's really, really hard to counter.
Props
We're so spread apart.
Flank, let's go to the back of B.
The back? Alright.
Yeah, the back of B. Come around and collapse onto B. Oh, Ross, what do you do?
Yeah, like they're all fighting like way at the top of our base. We got to we have to pull some of this pressure off with the group.
We do. Well, let's get all three flank units to group up. Actually, all three flank units stack on the east base. It's the back. It's the back door.
We've got several flank on B right now.
All right.
We're pulling a lot of them back to B right now.
What we need to do, like if they're all gonna be pushed up to our fort, we all need to push out at one at the same time and haste potion out. But like we kind of don't have that coordination. It kind of looks like everyone's just sort of running around. So if you are in the base right now, meet me on the side that is heading towards C, south side. Make sure you have a haste potion.
Yeah.
And if you are in this group of people, when we get out, I want you to pop a haste potion, and I want you to run and do a loop around and get into their backline.
Make the call. When are we going?
Go. Run past these. Okay. This is going to pull some people away from our fort. So we just need to be able to get people out.
If we're gonna do this, main army needs to set up just how we're about to do push for this site. Yep. Siege units, get up, set up, get on point, and flank groups need to start hitting their back lines.
Flanks are moving into the back of B right now.
Gotta come together.
Yeah, they only left a few here at B, so. If you revive from the camp, just go straight to B now. We've got a bunch of people on their back line. Bodies on B, bodies on B, people on B. We want people on B right now. They're messing up with their back line. Get these healers that are just outside too. Get the squishy people first.
You're gonna have people rotating from C right now.
They're already here.
They don't expect me here.
My wife's got a hell of a sense of humor. They got a lot of bodies on me.
Hey, you don't have to lie about what you're into. It's 2021, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Good fight, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know what else we can really do. We're just kind of losing in the open field.
Surprising, man.
They brought their A
Came to play
game.
today.
Propped them.
Came to
Propped
play.
too.
They got the house fruit boys in there too.
I mean, I'm just really surprised at how strong they're pushing back right now. I mean, that's a good thing for like the server, I think, but like at the same time, I don't know where this is coming from. They were so strong on our advances every time. It felt like a different group of people.
I feel like we're fighting ourselves.
I mean, we didn't really experiment. The only thing we really did different is we just like changed the side that we went to first, and we didn't use siege weapons, and the siege weapons were trash every time we used them still too, so. That was the only thing we did different. Like all their siege is gone on A and B, so.
Well, not all of it, but that's a whole different story.
Plus and minus sign?
What's still up on A and B?
You got a ballista, 2 ballistas on A or on B, a ballista and a cannon on A, and another ballista and a warhorn. On C, you have everything.
Everything we still have C, yeah. I mean, we left up things on A because it wasn't there, and I don't.
So I mean, you said that you did more damage as that, but you take into consideration with the War and Weavers, we took down every one of them, all of the siege weapons that were above A and half of them on B, within the first minute.
Well, yeah, but we also took both A and C within the first minute. We only took A.
Well,
this
no, we
time,
took the
so-
first A and C within 3 minutes, and that's
No, I'm
because of
saying
the
right now.
fact. That's because of the fact of that, and we didn't take A until 5 minutes were in, and by 18 minutes we didn't have anything, other than A gone. We didn't even have progress on B.
Hey guys, I mean, clearly some of the strategies that went through to this one were bad. Take that as a learning, humbling experience. So if some of this was your strategy, take it as a, well, that don't work no more. And, you know, next time, you know better. It's not personal. You got your chance to do your strategy. We see that stuff doesn't work, and tomorrow or Friday, you know, the next war will be better. So we don't have to like attacking people. I mean, I'll do it in my own private chat, but we don't have to do it out here with 47 people listening in.
Yo, let's be real. If you're gonna say that, then how come when Killicam, who was 7-0 and led all those wars, you said no one gives a fuck to him when he put his input in?
First off, I'll say on top of that, first off, buddy, there was more than just Killicam running those wars, and it was me that maintained most of the strategy for that. But me and Killicam have been running flank team the entire time.
The problem was, and I was quiet the whole time for one reason, and that was the mad rude vibes I got in here when I was trying to explain heals.
That's what
and
I'm
such.
saying.
So I just kind of muted and let you guys do your own thing. So I don't want nobody mad at me or nothing, but yeah. So I was just kind of letting you guys do your own thing. That's why I was quiet. I was a little upset that I got such a rude reaction. I'm not gonna lie.
The only reason why I say Killicam is like we talk, like we always talk strats and stuff. I would just assume Killdrake's always in there in leadership, like he should be. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It wasn't nothing we could have really changed anyways. They were really strong this time, and I mean, it could have been a little more coordinated and we would have got farther, but they were straight up beating us. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
aside from, let's like drop all the getting angry at each other. Aside from that, what I noticed, like, cause what you want to do when you lose is notice like what was going bad. What I noticed is they had a large squad of great hammers and maces coming straight at us and at our backline, and us just getting bodied. Was there any, not that I do this, because I don't do this part of it, but was there any, like, were the groups set up okay? Were we, like, too heavy on mages? Did we have a lot of thick boys? Like, what was going on with that? Like, 11 healers seems kind of crazy.
Dude, our back line got
So-
pushed so much right there. It was insane. I couldn't stay alive for more than 2 minutes. Like,
They had
Honestly, it was
So
we were handling
personally-
it pretty well on A. We were handling
Okay,
it well on
so
A.
so personally, whenever I was looking at the groups, we did have a lot of people that were swapped in, and a lot more Royal Kings were in this war than normal. When it does come into that, which is understandable, but we did have a lot of our main damage dealers weren't here.
Are you sure they even signed up?
Yeah, I was looking at the standby list.
I think regardless of that, they had a pretty decent setup. I know for Flank Squad at least, when we went C, they had a very interesting strategy. They
held
four
us on
heal-
CD
they had-
for sure.
They had
But
like
our
four
flanks-
healers.
the problem is all 3 flank teams were never there. It was
No,
always
Yeah,
like
I was gonna say
half
we
of-
were missing people the entire time, mainly because of the fact that not all of the flank squads were melee. We did have a lot of, I think 3 people in it were ranged DPS, including having an additional healer this time that we don't usually hold. And when it does come to that, that changes a lot. It changes a lot of our damage. It changes the ability to stay
It's one
alive and
person.
everything else.
It's
Yeah,
one
No,
person.
it was 3 people.
It's
We had
just
2.
One extra. It's one
Listen.
extra healer, guys.
Hey, listen,
Dude,
listen.
it was 1 extra healer, and on top of that, it was 2 melee DPSs switched with ranged DPSs.
Listen.
Ranged DPSs 90% of the time end up going full dex or full int, depending on what it is, and reduce their health. While melee is always a strength con base. So it allows them to stay alive longer on the point itself. And when you take 1 healer and you put 2 healers in the same group, your heals do conflict with each other. Especially when you put 2 melee healers, which is what all of our playing squad healers should be. So it
You guys
wasn't
are
just
flanking.
adding somebody in, it was adding in somebody that we didn't need, and it was also removing 2 of our melee DPSs and putting ranged DPSs in with it.
They had a
And we
very
had
nice
we had
setup.
no calls on flank either. Like there was like 4 calls for flank, and I mean I'm sorry. Usually me and Killdrake do it, but we kind of, I mean, you know, like we just gotta. I don't know, bro. There was no coordination, or we could have possibly won that. There was none.
We gotta give respect where it's due. Like they had a very, I thought
Yes,
they
they
had a
did.
very
They were
smart
strong.
setup on
It's hard
C.
to win offense too.
They-
I think, like I said, just try to
Yeah.
figure out things that could like we could work on.
The
That's all.
the problem was, I think literally the only problem was we would have been able to beat them on C if we would have all been together. If all 3 flank teams would have fought them, because we were only fighting like 10 of them, so we'd instantly outnumbered them. But them 10 that they sent over there were their strongest guys, and they have obviously
A lot of
gotten
hammers and
better,
But
or
they
they've learned
had-
how to do things a little differently, and they're giving us hell. So
They had a
I
lot
mean-
of healers and tanks there because they weren't doing too much damage before they got reinforcements, but they had a lot of healers.
Well, no, the majority of the problem we were running into over at Flank Squad, if you were actually like if you, I know melees have a harder time paying attention, but my thing that I saw is I watched 2 of you get taken out almost immediately by ballistas. Like I attempted to heal a couple members of my squad, and I watched 2 of them get dropped pretty much instantly by a ballista shot, and it was a hell of a shot at that. But the problem is they weren't focusing siege where the main army was. They were focusing siege on flank.
Yeah, I mean the siege should have went down fast, right? Like that was the whole game plan. That's why we did something different, because they said the siege was going to go down faster than placing our own
But
sieges down.
Yeah, but the siege didn't go down faster, and the
Yeah,
siege didn't go down at all at sea.
Yeah,
the
that's
issue with
something we
that
could definitely
is-
improve on.
yeah,
Isn't that
issue
the
with
purpose of the
is-
cannons?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
it is
yeah,
the purpose
I-
of the cannons and the repeaters. And I mean, at the same time, I understand wanting to try something new, but we tried this exact same strategy the first time we went for Restless. Figured out it didn't work and that Siege did more damage, so we stuck with Siege. Because of the fact that 10 Siege weapons does a hell of a lot more damage on ranged Siege on their walls than 5 or 6 ranged attackers. Does a
And
hell of a
also-
lot more damage. And it
Yeah,
does
laying them
AoE
down like
damage
crazy.
Cannon
and it
shots
drops
do
their
like
siege.
1,000. Those cannon
Yeah.
shots do like 1,000 each at a way lower rate. And if you are spec'd with a musket or a bow, you can hit it for over 1,100, 1,200 at twice the rate.
Okay, so first,
So like, I don't know what to tell
there's-
you guys as far as it not going down fast. Like I was shooting at the whole time. We were having some people in the back line getting messed up, but like I promise you, it does more damage. Like there's.
So yeah, you guys took it down fast. The problem was you didn't take it out across the board. You only took it out at one flag where we were.
We took it out at A and we took it out at B. We left up.
And even then, not all of them
but...
were even destroyed. You still had over 5 siege weapons up on the entire board.
Those should have
Kill
been
Drake.
down.
I don't mean to be a dick,
minutes.
but like, don't hold that information till the end of it. Like, if you knew we still had Mrs. Siege up, and if I'm not making the calls or somebody, like,
I
you can
called it out earlier on.
Yeah,
I didn't hear anybody tell me.
I called it out earlier on. It was over with
like,
the other people talking. The problem is comms weren't kept clear. People were talking about other shit, and on top of
less
that,
people in this comms than any other war we've
you're
had.
right. You are absolutely right. But comms are still clearer in most of the others.
That's false. And the comms were so quiet in this war. I'm gonna say that you got something biased going on because comms were silent. That's actually a huge issue that I had for this whole war. Comms were super silent.
I told you why my comms are silent. I'm sorry, but like I took it personal. Like I just got mad rude vibes. Like as soon as I got in here,
Look, I'm gonna let you know.
In here.
There's a bunch of governors in here and councils. Look, I don't care if you guys want to argue about shit. Do that shit 24 hours before war. No, I'm talking about 15 minutes before war. Nobody who cannot speak in this chat wants to fucking hear you guys bicker about what the strategy is going to be. Figure that shit out before the war, and when we're in there, have a clear and concise pass of what we're going to do, whether it's the right one or wrong one. You let Royal Kings handle it today?
Hey, whoa, come on, guys. Let's not kick him for that.
Who just kicked somebody?
Why did he get kicked?
Well, I can't do it.
I can't do it either. You shouldn't have kicked him. I was gonna hear him out. I mean, I feel him. Like that was the whole point. I mean, I know I was particularly quiet, but I didn't want to come off the wrong way and sit here and try to guide your guys' war when you're already mad at me. So I just shut up. Like, and I don't even know what I did wrong. But
Killa, to you, I told you to stop and chat because I saw you typing out to tell everybody.
Oh yeah, and then I was talking about the heels, and somebody was like, "Shut up, nobody gives a fuck." Like, all right, nobody gives a fuck. I'm gonna shut up.
I don't know who did that, but I asked you to stop because our plan wasn't going to be to have those people buy those cannons and what have you like that. So
yeah, and that was fine. I mean, I didn't. I'm not mad either. I don't even.
I didn't even hear that, Killa.
And for real though,
I wish I'd know who said that.
Yeah, I mean, it upset me, bro. Like, really, and I didn't want to sit here and go, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and then whoever's already got a problem with whatever I said is gonna be even more mad because now I'm taking over the war. Like,
bro,
I don't know. Like,
you know what's the sus part is the same dude that was just giving off that fucking monologue rant was the one that told you to shut up. So,
yeah,
like,
I thought it was.
No, the reason I'm pretty sure the reason why you got kicked out of the channel is because no one respects what you're saying because of the actions you showed before that war happened.
Oh yeah, 3 words telling him to chill out. No one cares.
That's not what you said.
Terrible.
I have it on recording, bro. You're being like.
That call was on Siege, but it was incredibly stupid. Listen. I don't know who just ended that, but it's a good job that you did, because this is getting a little out of hand.
Okay,
no, it's not, because it's just going to move into here.
It's just about to move.
I just want to listen to me, please. Listen to me, please, sir. Listen to me, please. I just want to let you guys know I was paying attention the entire time, and we got mercenaries coming into. We got people from Covenant and we got people from Syndicate coming into that channel, and they're listening to you guys argue like that. I just disconnected a couple of them. So, you know, take that into effect too, okay? Take that into effect too.
You shouldn't be inviting Covenant into a Marauder chat. That's first of all. And secondly, I don't know who was booting me because you didn't want to hear what I had to say. But you councils and governors need to figure this shit out before war happens. You don't need to be bickering. No one wants to hear you guys bicker about strategy during 15 minutes before war.
Johnny, we understand your point. We understand your point here, but you also need to take into consideration that some of us have fucking jobs and lives. We can't sit here and have this conversation 30 minutes before.
But you can sure have it fucking for 30 minutes after the war.
Dude,
though, right?
I got literally called. I got off work. I got off work
Who's talking right
as the shit started. This is Killdrake.
Killdrake, you got to stop taking shit personal. And I'm talking, and this is aimed at Killicam anyways, all right? So I don't know if like y'all are like best friends and y'all got each other's back. That's fine. I don't hate you guys. I respect you guys with your call outs and everything. But if you guys are going to let a different company run a war, right? If you have issues with how they're going to run it, figure that shit out before the war.
Except this is how it literally is gone every single war. Like, I don't know where the fuck you have been, but before the war, that 15 minutes, we used to talk about strategy. We used to talk about who's in the fucking groups and everything else.
Yeah,
and then
I'll
we
be there.
stay afterwards and do the same thing. So I don't know who the fuck you are, but I'd recommend you watch what you fucking say.
Or
I don't take shit
else
personal when it
Killdrake.
comes down to it. That's how
You take
every
everything-
fucking war is ran.
I understand.
You know,
I get it. I'm on your side. I'm just saying.
Okay, guys, first off, when it comes down to this shit, this is how we have ran every fucking war. The 15 minutes before, we talk about it. We say what we don't like, we ask about the strategy. If somebody has something else to say, they say it. But you don't sit there and you don't fucking talk shit. You don't tell somebody to shut the fuck up because nobody cares. That's rude as shit.
Alright, listen, we took a L, guys. Don't stress it too much, guys. We took a L. It's gonna happen. You can't win everything, number one. And number two, it was just a mess. It is what it happens, bro. Just everybody get over it.
The big takeaways here is Marauders do not need to become fractured over this. It's kind of good that they got a win out of this. Like, of course, we were
let them lose their ego.
But we're
How about
talking,
let you
we're
seize
talking
next
about
time?
wanting the server to continue to survive. We're talking about wanting to keep that fighting
Yeah,
spirit.
it
So
builds their
this is a
ego,
good-
and that's a
yeah.
great fucking thing.
This is a good thing to keep longevity for the server and good
Yeah,
good
fair
fighting
enough.
in the server.
Okay, but it's honestly really simple. We had that conversation, and Johnny going off like that, that's not cool. I know he's a Royal King, so I'm going to leave that to you guys. For the time being, he'll remain server muted, though, at least until we're done with the conversation. When it comes down to it, though, we did talk about that stuff. We talk about it every single time. In reality, in the future, we do need to work together a little more. I let you guys take care of this one, and some things worked, some things didn't. I know the flank squad this time got countered a lot harder than they usually do.
Yeah, our
All right.
backline got shredded the entire time too. And yeah, keep in mind, guys, every single war
Well,
we've
that's-
had, we all talk afterwards civilly. So just
Yeah, and that's another reason why we do keep the siege crew with it, because of the fact that you're able to have more people there. So when you have a siege crew, even if you're going to do a range team that focuses it, make sure they're all muskets, because the bows and the fire staffs just can't hit it. If you do 10 people with muskets and you focus the exact same siege weapon, you can kill it faster than a cannon can. You can do it. But you also lose a lot of damage for the war itself. Musket's awesome when it comes to that. Like, if you have a fire staff musket, that's great for the war. If you have 10 guys that can do that and focus those out, that is perfect. But having a separate crew going to try to destroy them, that does remove some of our AoE, which is why you set up the siege first, or you set up a group that's doing it. Everybody else in main army defends them, keeping everybody off your back line, and you don't focus the point right away. During this period of time, you have the flank crew who's being targeted as hard as everybody possibly can. This time, we did get targeted very fucking hard. They hit hard as fucking hell, harder than they have before. I don't know if that's because of the fact that they have certain people that they've been intending to, or if it's because fruit's gone, or whatever it is. But whatever the reason, they hit a hell of a lot harder today than they have before.
They
So
had a
I'm gonna
lot
give
of
that to 'em.
yellow.
I'm about to say we got to give them props. Yellow and purple came together.
Yeah, they did. They came to purple. They came together hella hard,
These
and
are
they
all
hit
old
hard.
members. Like,
They hit
not
hard
members,
as
but
fuck.
Yeah.
Like I was watching people drop really fast, and a big thing on that, it was the ballistas. I watched Cannon's health. He was in my group. I watched Cannon's health fucking dip to almost nothing off of one ballista shot.
Yeah, they took a little over half. It was about 7,000 health point hit.
Yeah, it was
and
a
I've got like
big
2,000
fucking hit.
I've got like 2,000 physical armor right now in all Onyx.
So like I got
Yeah.
2100 and it's
Like, that was a huge fucking shot, and they focused us because of the fact that they didn't want us to take it. They've watched all of our wars, and a lot of them are streamed. When it comes down to that stuff, it's a lot that goes on to it.
Yeah, they did an amazing job at callouts.
I think
they were focusing individuals really quickly. Even our tanky boys.
They stayed in our back line. They legit lived in their back line. Like, every time I looked around, it was Mr. Fruit and his boys right there. So.
Well, for instance, how many beefy guys did we actually have in the main army?
I was gonna bring that up. I didn't see lots of tanks. And there was a lot of zones I did have to hold by myself.
Yeah, because a big problem in
I
our
was able to
flank
do
crew.
it if I had heals, but
Yeah, because a big
just saw zone,
problem in
nobody
our
was there.
flank crew, like we had Cannon, and Cannon, I love Cannon. His build is great, but he does piss poor damage.
I hit people for 266.
Like the flank crew is the flank crew because of the fact that it's majorly melees, a lot of great axes who can pull people back, who can do a fuck ton of damage in no time at all, and just absolutely clear.
And there were tanks on there, which I
Yeah,
don't think
you
was the
run
right
you
call.
run those with 3 melee healers, and we can clear a point by ourselves. We can clear the backline and everything else. We had 4 healers, I think 2 tanks, and 2 ranged DPS, and that does kill your damage a bit. And yeah, I mean, Cannon, you do some decent damage, but at the end of the day, you don't do as much damage as a melee DPS. I know that for a fact because I do the same shit. And I'm sorry, a melee DPS who's spec'd in complete and utter fucking damage is going to wreck me any day of the week if it comes to pure damage contest.
No, of course. I agree with that.
So having Cannon in main army would have been a huge upgrade because of the fact of how tanky he is. The dude's literally sitting at like 12 or 15k HP and can heal himself.
Yeah. So from like a spectator's point of view too, from me watching it, it was literally just kind of just sloppy, uncoordinated, but it's not something that can't be fixed, you know what I mean? It's not something to be getting all on each other's ass for and
The main
be
takeaway
finished
from
because
this
of.
the main takeaway from this conversation is don't let Marauders become fractured over a little bit of drama.
Exactly.
We cannot become fractured over this. And I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of us aren't going to. It's a couple of guys who got into a spat. At the end of the day, that is what it is. Like he said, it is what it is.
But it is.
I mean, people are gonna argue after every war. It's gonna happen. Like there's always something that somebody feels needs to change and everything else. I wasn't even gonna be part of this war today because of the fact that I didn't know if I was gonna make it today. I was told that I was supposed to be on overtime. I wasn't supposed to be getting out until like an hour from now.
Hey, real talk though, we build from this. Like that's all it is. It's learning experiences. We build from this. We come back next war stronger. That's it.
So I wasn't there. I just came in to find out how it went. So how many points do you guys take? What happened?
We got fucked.
Yeah, they got held to the side before, but
You
it's
didn't
just.
you didn't take a single.
We took 1 point.
Oh, that's not okay. You did okay.
Okay, so we took 1 point, and we did try a bit of a different strategy. I think that Stump and Arthas came together and made this one, correct?
I mean, literally the only thing we changed is we didn't have people buy 50 cannons because, and I'm sure this is on me, like we didn't have the damage in my group to take down the siege as fast as we did, but we took down the siege in A pretty quickly. But honestly, at the end of the day, like they weren't using their siege really that much. Anytime they were on their siege, we shot the people off them and they got off.
I was getting hit by siege by a lot as a kid.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Say,
At least, yeah, siege was massive.
I do want to add. I want to add something then, because I'm like a siege expert. I wasn't able to be there, but to the best of my knowledge, it honestly, like late game, it should be on the bow and musket users to blow up siege. They do so much more damage than siege. It's completely stupid.
So right now, yes. Late game, no. Late game, we should have a designated group of people that have armor on it that increases siege damage, which is a thing.
Yeah.
It's only for the weapon. It's ruinous.
Correct. It is for the weapon. That's why we should have a designated siege team at that point in time.
But that
end game.
What I'm saying is the designated siege team end game should be just bow and musket users who don't
No.
do siege. They do way more DPS. You do like double.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Right now, yes. Right now, yeah. But
how many-
end game, say somebody who runs a repeater or a cannon is running an entire set of increased siege damage weapon.
You don't have it though. The only thing you can put it on
that's
is your
why I
weapon.
said right now it works. And no, because I've gotten it on regular gear before.
What's the perk called?
Ruinous.
Yeah, ruinous.
No, that's damage to siege weapons.
Damage to siege weapons.
Hold on. No, there's another set. Let me
says-
find it.
That says damage while in siege.
It says damage
Yep.
to siege. I thought. Let me go.
I don't
find
think
it.
that exists.
Hold on, let me check.
I have looked.
I know
through
it was
a
there.
lot,
I know
a
it was
lot,
there
a
in
lot.
the what you call it.
Here, let me look up ruinous real fast. I'll find one. Hold on, I'm at the market.
No, I don't think you're gonna find one.
It wasn't 18 siege.
That's
only for your.
Oh, you're right. It does just say siege damage.
Yeah,
But
siege damage.
But have we tested it though? Because that's really ambiguous.
So we tested it in beta, and I know that it worked in beta.
So you put all that on, and you jump on a cannon, the cannon does more damage?
And the cannon does more damage.
Oh, then yeah, okay, never mind. Then yeah, you're right. If that's true, that's correct. I agree with that.
So at the end of the day, like, we should have it. I think penetrating wrecking ball is the one that you guys are thinking of. That increases. Oh no, that's fucking never mind.
Yeah, I was thinking of Ruinous. I just thought
Hold
Ruinous did
on.
more damage to the siege. That's just how I read into it when I read that.
That's how I read into it as well. Honestly.
That's how everyone, we all thought that.
Yeah, plus 20 to 30% siege damage.
Yeah, which
and
is
that's the
very
point in it.
If you
That
test
is huge as shit.
That is extremely ambiguous. If you tested it, then you know I can't deny numbers.
Hold on. Let me see if I can actually fucking find a couple of the tests.
Yeah, as I say, because all of us, like, so many of us read into that. As, oh, we do more damage to siege with our whatever. Then like that's what we thought for sure.
Yeah, because it's done by you'd use a sliver of thunderstone in order to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's the one you're
You
talking
must
about, it's
be random
damage
on
to
it.
siege. I promise you.
Yeah, if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm kind of happy that they came back strong like that, man.
Yeah, no, I'm glad.
I got tired of just running over them all the time, just being able to, and plus, like Killdrake said, we don't want the server to die, man. Like, we don't want them to stop playing because we take everything from them and just roll them constantly. So that's an ego boost for them. A lot of them are gonna get a big ego from that. Let them have their ego, and we just, like I said, we come back stronger. We learn from that shit. That's it.
We're also on attack too, so like.
I mean, yeah, we all know
Attack is
attack is a lot harder, but
Yeah.
Don't forget to sign up for Monarch's Bluff Invasion.
Okay, so I still think though, even if you have Ruinous, I still think bow musket does more damage because you can only have Ruinous on a weapon. You can't have it on armor.
Okay, so you take into consideration. Just take this one thing into consideration. If that was the case, we take into consideration that A and B, by the time that we had captured 2 points in the last 2 wars, we had half of their siege down. That was in 3 minutes.
Okay, and that was with siege weapons.
Yes, with siege weapons.
What I'm saying is, if you got 5 people with bows and muskets to actually,
but I want to point out that we just did that.
though.
We just did that, and not even all of the not all of the siege was taken out in half the
Wasn't
map.
only A?
Do we have?
We had 6 siege weapons up between A and B,
But
and
what-
all of them still on C.
But what I'm saying is, the bow and musket. The biggest problem I've had with the bow and musket is good luck getting those people to actually do it. They won't do it. You tell them to do it, and maybe one guy will do it. The other ones will shoot a few
That's the
times.
problem.
Players.
That's the problem.
I'm saying that's like
it's a lot
late
easier to
game.
get
It's
cannons
better.
and bows and muskets to kind of focus on that to get it down.
I mean, yeah, you can do both. Yeah.
You can do
And
both.
plus,
You
if
just have
you're
multiple
both-
players, and
another-
then when it
another
comes down
key
to it, just
element-
have the main it.
Another key element is when they see the siege down, they're going to be focused on that and not paying attention to the mow.
Now that's a good point.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I mean,
Okay,
I don't believe this to be a strategy. Like making them pay attention to something else. Like that's just false strategy. That's not.
No,
actual.
that is a strategy. Like literally a strategy.
Yeah.
We do it now
It's
in
like saying
war.
Flink
We literally
should
do it
not
now in modern warfare.
Mind games are a huge part on any, even like if you know Overwatch, you get in their heads, you
That's
can win a
literally
game.
why the flank group is able to take out kind of sneak a point away because you're making them.
Yeah, unless you're like very specifically like putting the siege in specific places to get them to spread out. Right now we're just dropping siege. So
Anyway, boys, it was a good conversation. I'm glad we had a civil ending to this conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce out and spend some time with the family. I think we took away a lot from this, and more importantly, I think purple and yellow took away a lot from this, so that'll help with server longevity.
enjoy your day, Cannon.
Thank you very much. Good war, boys.
GG's. And like Killdrake mentioned